One of the most beautiful sounds in guitar and music is the sound of the double stop. That sound that we know so well. But when I started playing, and for a while actually, I was kind of scared of the double stops, I'll be honest. I didn't really understand how to practice it. I didn't understand how I can play it. I didn't really understand what it was. So double stops is basically two notes played together. It's pretty simple. It's basically dyads. All I'm doing is playing two notes together to create that awesome sound. Now, a lot of times I remember trying to incorporate that sound. I wasn't sure how to go about it. So I'm going to give you a few really easy tips and kind of leads how to do that today. And you can use everything you already know, which is awesome. Before I dive in, if you want to get the most out of this video, there is a full transcription with tab and notation on Patreon. Check it out. There's also a week free trial there. So I hope to see you there. There will be an update about Eden at the end of the video. Thanks again for supporting. Understanding that this sound is really easy to do is the first step. I understand that sometimes it can be confusing, but actually it's really easy. What we're going to do right now is take the good old faithful A minor pentatonic position, this position here, and we're going to play two notes together. This is the framework. So I'm playing two notes, the note A and the note D together. It's the first sound. Then I'm going to the next two, which would be the notes C and E, and then D and G, E and A, G and C, A and D, C and E, D and G, E and A, and then G and C. And visually speaking, you can see how I'm grabbing the notes from the position. Now, it is very important to understand the framework, because a lot of times what happens with a lot of folks, they're trying to do it and they kind of have only one position or only one place that they can do it at, and they always play the same lick. Now, it's okay, but in truth, if you just take the position and see how these two notes relate and how we can create these dyads, these double stops, your world is way, way bigger and way wider. And you can do it later on with different sounds, different scales, and different position of the A minor pentatonic. So it's very important to understand what we're doing. The next step for me is trying to take an idea, very simple idea, maybe just one line, two notes, and contrast that sound with a dyad. And I'll choose this. What I'm playing here is basically these two and these two, part of the pentatonic scale. So sort of like call and response. Now, although this is simple information, it has a lot of intention and therefore a lot of power. And you can hear a lot of artists, a lot of amazing artists, that utilizing this as a very strong tool. Again, the idea is one line and contrasting that line, sort of call and response with the double stops. I'll adjust my line just a little bit. So all of a sudden, what I did was sort of the crossroad between an exercise, learning the framework, where I'm consciously trying to learn a new skill, which is dyads, double stops, and the pentatonic scale, and basically improvisation, right? So what I was doing is playing very simple ideas around the A minor pentatonic, and I was completely committed to A minor pentatonic, and I'm playing it with the idea of question and respond, call and respond, and I'm playing it in time though, right? So I'm playing simple ideas. double stops. Always that. Now, of course, that doesn't have to be the case. I can decide that my line or my double stops are up there or here. It can be anywhere, and the rhythm can also change. So let's do one more variation where I'll play the double stops actually here lower. I'll play these two and try to play a line on the top on the high register. So you see, it's very interesting because what happens here is we're kind of forced to create something that is musical, utilizing the pentatonic scale and using our limitation that we decided that's double stops. And I'm trying to be creative, and I'm trying to kind of follow my own guidelines of saying call and response, call and response. And if I'm going to do it for 10 minutes, for half an hour, for an hour, I'll probably find some interesting lines and ideas. And I also might stumble in things I don't know, because I might get bored from this, but I'll try to find different sounds. And in the process of looking for these sounds, in the process of exploring these colors, I might stumble on things I cannot do. And that's good. When you hit a wall, you just say, okay, how can I understand that? What am I missing? What are the elements that I don't see here? And so I will work again on framework. Maybe I don't see the double stops here. So that's great. I'm trying to play it and I'm kind of stuck. I'm stumbling. So then I'll say, okay, let me try to work on the double stops on this position and this neck of the woods until that's comfortable. One more idea with the double stops is also this kind of sound. So if I have a G major, right, I can play these kind of colors. So it doesn't all have to be sort of distorted and bluesy. It can also be